all cost. American forces and foreign forces have become sloppy and lazy because we have these WonderTech toys. Okay, now we have them too, make no mistake about it. But before you can afford to do that, you must be trained properly to use the first tools that you have, which are always yours. Remember, the best soldier is a well-trained soldier. Well-trained soldier in the field, trained properly, can defeat any force. If you need strength, is capable of responding to anything. American soldiers are very intelligent. Some of the best trained for a reason. We expect you to learn. Nowadays, we seem to, of course, the New World Order policy is you aren't expected to do anything other than what you're absolutely, told to do. Do not educate them. Keep them simple gun sights, simple, stupid gun sights that aren't capable of responding. We've got a good set of soldiers. We've got an opportunity to preserve them. We want to give them all the training that we can. Night compass operations are very difficult for this reason also, because in most cases, what you have to do first is identify your best night vision people, and you have to test them. Once you've done that, you have to choose them as pathfinders, as your pickets and scouts, and as your tail men. Tail man in patrol is very important. Otherwise, when you do a head count, you might find 2 or 3 missing, because if I'm behind you, you will. See what I mean? So it works. You've got to have people that are using their eyes. That's very important.
The Gurkhas don't sleep.
That's right. I don't. That's right. The Gurkhas don't sleep. We don't sleep either. Another thing I'll remind you of. Bad weather is your fighting condition. Worse the weather, the more likely you're going to find me out there behind you when the time comes. Why? Nobody likes to get wet. Nobody likes to get cold. Every soldiers especially love to complain. And when they're in their guardhouse, that's when you're in there picking up their supplies, when you're busy finding the weapons that you need.
They can't watch you by satellite.
That's right. Satellites are pretty much useless under those conditions.
Good.
Nope. I'll pass this around. This is an example of one that's available commercially right now.
What, phosphorus?
This particular one is a full flare. Hot flare. Military ones, this one pulls. Military configured U.S. are pop star shell type. Okay? In this particular case, these are also good for air defense. At least it makes the guys in the helicopters wonder what's coming up. So a lot of people ask, gee, what do I do when the choppers show up? These are kind of nice to have a bunch of. Muzzleloaders are another option too, of course. Muzzleloading pipes, you can use your imagination. They can be supplied in a variety of different ways. Go ahead and pass that around.
$20.
Yeah, for $20 you can have a number of these, $20 a piece. I would also recommend, and we're telling all forces, pick up smoke.
Go to the PA.
Yeah. Pick up all the smoke dischargers you can. Smoke grenades. Another option is, anybody here into air conditioning? Okay, but if you know anybody who's into heating and cooling your air conditioning, the cheapest smoke devices that you're going to find that you can pull and throw are air conditioning ventilation test grenades.
Oh, yeah, I heard of those.
Yes, they're about the size of juice cans. Some are bigger and have more greater volume because it depends on the size of the system you're testing. They cost as little as $2 or $3 a piece. The smaller ones, which are the size of juice cans, work almost as well as a standard military grenade. They saturate an area and cover it. Smoke is a covering device and a confusion device. You are going to need it. Expect all dependents to carry it. In other words, 2 for each dependent. Combatants should carry at least 2, but preferably 4 each. Because smoke is valuable. It serves its purpose. Confusion on the battlefield is to your advantage. The enemy is organized. I'm sorry.
It makes heat too.
That's right. It makes heat. That's right. Creating thermal target confusion. That's another important thing. Also, before I forget tonight, another thing about our uniforms, this one's washed out, so I don't think this actually has the protection it should have. Most of our uniforms have a certain amount of thermal imagery reduction material in them. The woodland camouflage uniforms all were made originally with this material in it. It takes 2 years usually of heavy-duty washing to wash the material out. So if you've got a newer uniform, chances are it has a certain amount of protection in it already. The brown underpants that you wear also help. Brown underpants and the military brown t-shirts you see today also have the same material, so that overall you're creating a small thermal image.
You can buy it too.
You can buy them. No, the material, yes, you can buy it.
Buy spray too now.
Yes. It's commercially available. You can wash your clothes in it or spray the clothes. When you're done, it reduces the overall thermal image, especially from the material. This is a cotton polyester blend. The machinery they're using is specifically designed to target this material. That should be remembered also. What we're going to do... Oh, okay. Flare guns. Another option, poor man's artillery piece here. Yeah, if you find any of them. Flare launchers, flare projectors of a variety of different types. Up to 37 millimeter, all the way down to 10 gauge or 12 gauge. In this case, this is like, what, a 28 centimeter? 28 millimeter?
10 gauge.
10 gauge, I was right the first time. Okay. This particular one, very straightforward, simple, kiss, just like a 12 gauge shotgun, pop open, clunk, boom.
White, very white stars, Mark IIs.
Oh, okay.
Labels come off the bottom.
The canisters, these are the, in fact, this is the star shell that goes with this, right?
Yep.
Very white star. Flare pistols. Now again, these aren't necessarily rockets, but they do assist in certain situations, and you got to admit, if I do one of these numbers, you aren't going to stand in the way to try and figure out what I just fired. Okay? So keep that in mind. You're trying to maintain a confusion level. You can also silhouette. If you don't have night vision, and if your night vision has been destroyed, you don't illuminate up, illuminate out. If an aggressor is to your front and moving in front of you, fire out and behind the target. This is also true if you have helicopters. Fire up and behind the target. Backlight the silhouette. Everybody else should be ready to fire on the silhouette when it's illuminated. Boom, splat. That's all she wrote. Most helicopters are not, repeat, most helicopters are not flying tanks. Russian, Egyptian, Persian, and those purchased by other countries that are American, they're all the same. With the exception of the Apache and the Hind, some armored Alouettes, and some Cobras have some armor on them.
Got full breakdowns of them. I'll get you copies of it.
And that's what needs to be done. We'll pass this around so you can take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You want to show those the night sights? These two both have night sights.
Let's see. Okay.
Use your local blackberries too, because they sure have some nice
That's
ones.
phosphorus. They glow in the dark sights.
Okay. In this case, these are tritiated or just
No,
luminescent? Phosphorus. Okay. In conjunction with your night vision, something that we like to do, if at all possible, there are two types of night vision, two types of devices used: iron sights with enhanced paint, or with tritiated material.
I cry for my country, for the pain that it's been through. She's been made to suffer for the profit of a few. Storm clouds are forming, winds of change now touch our shores. Our hear forefathers are crying as the dream's been cruised. America.